Well, welcome to Bloomberg Quint. Agam and I are here to wrap the markets for you, and not a very good day for the markets. The Indian stocks erased all the morning gains, even as the cash crunch situation. Investors continue to weigh the cash crunch situation and its impact on growth and earnings. So the Nifty lost about 0.4% in a choppy trade, and it seemed headed towards 8050 at one point in time, post which it pared some losses to end at about 8080. Now remember, the Nifty has lost over 200 points in just 3 trading days this week till today, and this is even after Moody's affirmed India's rating with a positive outlook. But Agam, the FI selling pressure continues, and that is probably putting some pressure on our markets. So it doesn't look very good, and our markets seem to lack some strength. But what did Manoj Muralidharan tell you in Surf South?
Well, he's of the opinion that the Nifty can move up to as much as 8350 to 8400 over the span of the next 7-8 days. But remember, we are moving into expiry. So with respect to expiry, he's expecting the Nifty to be around the 8250 mark. We're still about 150 points away from that, and we have seen a lot of weakness in our markets. And you've already mentioned that we are looking at FII outflow. In fact, we've seen FIIs sell on a net basis of as much as 8400 crores in the past 5 sessions. We're looking at the Nifty decline today as well, and while turnovers haven't been as high as what we've seen in the last 5 sessions, we're still looking at about 18,000 crores worth in the Nifty. So we are likely to see an FII net sell figure today as well. The futures and options turnover is what really gets me worried, because once again we have about 6.8 lakh crores worth of turnover in just the NSE F&O, and which means that you had plenty of activity there as well with respect to FIIs.
In fact, Agam, even the market breadth, which was slightly more balanced in the first half of the trade today, turned in favor of decline. So the advance decline ratio moved to about 7:9. And just to talk about the Bloomberg Quint poll of the day, we had asked where the Nifty would really end today as the initial demonetization shock waves slowly. It's a different thing that we had. The government announced that the exchange limit for any individual has been reduced from the previous 4,500 to 2,000. That only adds to some worries as far as the cash liquidity in the hands of people is concerned. So 27% of the people said that they expected Nifty to end closer to 8200. 31% said they're expecting close at around 8150, and 42% had expected the Nifty to close below 8100. But bond yields also, if you look at them, they continue to fall. Gold lost another 200 for 10 grams on the MCX. So overall, yes, markets do look weak. But if I talk about how the sectors were doing, well, media and IT stocks were under pressure, while realty stock or the realty index was standing tall with gains of 1.5%. Bucking the trend was Tata Motors, followed by Hindalco, Power Grid Corp, which hit a new 52-week high today. So those were all sitting with gains of over 2%. Amongst losers were cement stocks like Ambuja Cement, ACC, and you also have Ultratech Cement, all of them seeing some weakness. To add to that, you had Bharti Airtel, Z Entertainment Enterprise, and even your IT stocks like TCS, HCL Tech, and Wipro were trading weak. But Agam, was that the trend as far as mid caps are also concerned?
Yeah, so if you consider 5 stocks in the broader markets, you had 2 gainers and 3 stocks which had declined. Let's take a look at some of these gainers. So PC Jewelers is making a little bit of a comeback. Of course, it has lost a substantial amount in the last 3 sessions, but today we've seen some amount of short covering, so up as much as 9.4%. Delta Corp is the other stock which moved below the mark of 90. It's making a little bit of a return now at 112, now up as much as 8%. Phoenix Mills and Chennai Petroleum, along with Johnson Control, Greenply Industries, Hindustan Zinc, all of them are gaining to a certain extent, but this is nothing compared to the kind of losses that we've seen. And let's address that. So we have seen Shipping Corp of course decline by as much as 8%. Voltas also reacting to the decline in revenues that we saw for this particular quarter, down by as much as 8%. GMT Auto, Swan Energy, Future Lifestyle, J Kumar Infra was one of the traders' favorite, once again looking at a decline of around 5.6%. So substantial weakness across the markets, Shraddha, and this is going to be something that we're going to keep an eye on tomorrow as well. Of course, tomorrow is going to be once again crucial because it's going to be a day before we move into the holidays, and considering the fact that we have seen so much selling, I would wonder if there would be some amount of short covering considering we are going to the weekend. But whether or not we see an increase in the Nifty, well, for that you guys will have to come back and join us tomorrow on yet another edition of Market Wrap. But until then, it's goodbye, friends.